Welcome to a new studio vlog, guys. I have to say today's a little bit busy, but I want to take you with me because I always forget to pick up the camera on a launch day. Today at 6 o'clock I am launching my Valentine's collection, which includes my Valentine's card, my friendship box, and any cards are basically being grouped together that are Valentine's appropriate. So the two new cards are the Valentine's and the I Love You, and the friendship box is new. And what else am I releasing? Oh, I'm doing my seconds on the coasters that people could possibly want to pop into the box if they choose. So I'm doing a live at 7 o'clock tonight, all about that. Everything launches at 6, so I'm trying something different this time. Normally I do a live the day before I launch new stuff, but today I thought I'll just try doing it on the day, because if I ever watch somebody's live and they've already launched, I'm like, oh my god, I need to get it now before someone else does. So I'm trying that to see how that goes. So I've just prepared some stuff on my website. I just need to reread my copy. I did the copy for some of my new stuff late last night, and I want to make sure that I haven't made any massive errors. And then I need to ready Etsy, because I want to schedule my Etsy post to go up at 6 o'clock as well. My friendship box won't be on Etsy because I need to keep an eye on that as a limited edition item. I will be putting some Valentine's cards and some I Love You cards on there, and eventually all of my cottage garden collection, all this stuff here, will be going up. As yet I haven't received my notepads. They're en route. My notebooks will be behind schedule, but they should be coming hopefully. I mean, they told me they'd be 6 weeks behind, 4 to 6 weeks. I took that as 6 to 8 weeks because I like to just sort of not get my hopes up, but I'm therefore hopeful that they'll arrive sooner than I think. However, what has just arrived is my cottage garden wrapping paper. So you guys will, you may remember from the last vlog I showed you my wildflower wrapping paper, this one, which is the green. It always looks really faded. I think it's because it's got a slight sheen, so it looks really faded on the vlog. And then it's the double-sided wrap with the pink on one side and the green on the other. So I wanted to launch wrapping paper together. I wanted 2 designs to go up. Really, it should be, it's kind of like the rule of 3 that people talk about. You should ideally do 3 of something, so that when people click on wrapping paper, there's more than 1 or 2. But I've got 2. I literally have just received the other one, so I thought perhaps we could open it together. From last time, when I ordered wrapping paper last time, I took it out the tube and I was really disappointed initially. But it actually had some kind of like cellophane wrap around it, and I hadn't realised it. So I put it back in the tube and it sat in my office for literally months. I wasn't planning on launching it until this year anyway, but it sat there and sat there and sat there, and I opened it about a week ago and it was fine. It just had cello around it. So the only thing with the double-sided wrapping paper is that you hope that the darker colour that you put on one side won't affect the colour on the other side. I'm sure it does to a tiny degree, but hopefully not too much. So yeah, it's got the cello on it again, so I'm going to open this up. Let's have a little look, shall we? If anybody's wondering, I get these from Printed, and they have a section called wrapping paper, but basically it's like buying the planner that I've got up there. It's like buying lots of those. It's 100 GSM matte, but it's really good quality. So 100 GSM is fairly thick for wrapping paper, you can't see through it. Always got to cut these up, guys, make sure no animals get their head stuck. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this. I made the pattern bigger on one side and then smaller on the other side, purposefully. Oh, I love it. Your reaction to my new wrapping paper? Keeps his emotions inside, does Joe? You like it?
I love it, yeah.
I made the pattern on the blue side slightly bigger than the pattern on the pink.
Is this just come to late?
It's just come just now, yeah.
I can't keep up.
I know. So yeah, that side is the pattern slightly smaller, and then on the blue side, it's only a slight difference.
Yeah, I can see.
But it's slightly bigger.
I wouldn't know which way around I'd wanna do it.
Well, that's the point, you see. You like it though?
Well, I do. It's brilliant.
Cool.
I really like it. It feels good too. It feels quite nice.
It's good quality. It's 100 GSM.
I'm not advertising. I'm not trying. It feels.
Yeah, give me
way
your best.
better than
Give me your
pack
best.
You get in Asda.
Or any other supermarket.
Or any other.
Give me your best QVC
What?
Give me what? Give me your best QVC.
Here we have a fine wrapping paper, it's called. It's double-sided, don't you know? And I've just been informed by the creator, none less, that the design on the dark side here is slightly enlarged compared to the side that's on the light side. That brings not only just choice, but a dilemma when it comes to wrapping your Christmas presents at Christmas time.
Why would you be using it for Christmas?
Because that's what wrapping paper is for. But the dilemma that it brings, you see, is that you don't know which side to use. Obviously, should it be dark? Should it be light side? Who knows? But if you buy it now, you've got 11 months to make that decision.
But, you know, it can be used at other times of year. It's not Christmassy.
No, it's not Christmassy, actually. That's true.
I don't know why you're trying to push it for Christmas.
Because that's when you most likely
What about birthdays and Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and all those times in between?
That's true, yes.
The days you just want to buy your wife a present and wrap it up. Nice, you know? Those sorts of days.
Should it be the pink side or the blue side? That is the question.
Yeah.
Both sides are nice. What you could do is buy 2 sheets.
Yeah.
And then have one in either
You
side.
could, yeah, mix and match.
And you'd be onto a winner then.
Well, I've got so much more than I bargained for you coming to do this. Thank you.
I'm just, you know.
Thank you.
I'm just telling you what they're telling me in the studio.
Back to the studio. I just put up a little Instagram story about my live tonight, and I'm now just going to do a mock-up of the friendship box that I can kind of like open on my live and show people what it's going to look like. Oh, actually, first, before I do that, I need to make and print something that I can write little notes on for the boxes. So I need to go on Photoshop and do that first. I'm thinking about doing these just about 12 centimetres square, so that if people don't want to add a Valentine's Day card, for example, and they just want to send it like this with a note, that I can attach this or put it in the box. So I'm going to print some of these off. I'll just print off a few to start with in case some people want a card instead. And also if people want the boxes sent to them rather than straight to their friends, then they can write something on here. So I'm going to just lay these out quickly on a document and see how many I can get on there, probably about 6 I think, and then print those out. I promised to answer a question or two from when I asked on Instagram before the last vlog, I think, the one before the last one. So I thought I'd answer a couple. The first one, I'll put the questions on the screen so that you can see the people who asked the questions. First one's from Kate though, and Kate asked me about pricing, and she just said that she basically always struggles with it, and how do I go about it. I'm going to be completely honest at this point because I'm currently doing some courses all about making sure that my prices align with the market out there and also like wholesale and stuff as well. I'm not 100% confident with pricing. However, the way that I've gone about it to this point is I've basically found the whole thing about, you know, find your ideal client and then find businesses that you feel like you align with in some way. Because when you look at, oh, I've got you at a really funny angle, let me just drop my seat down. There we go. If you find a business that you align with in some way, so obviously within business there's kind of like, what am I trying to say here, like products that are let's look at clothes shops. So for example, so you have like your Primarks, and then you have your maybe your Topshops, and then you have your Gucci's or whatever. That's probably a really bad example, but the product equivalent of what you do in those brackets, you know where you sit in those. If we're just like making them really simple into 3 brackets, you know where you sit within those 3 things. And I think a really important thing to do is to decide where you sit in, let's say, those 3 base categories, and then have a look at your competition, but not in a way that's going to be overwhelming for you or in a way that's going to encourage too much imposter syndrome, and to just see where the competition is sitting price-wise, and don't be scared to price above them. I feel like my prices are pretty good, and some of the things I do need to be increased a little bit. Some of the things I feel are quite right, but right now I am working on a spreadsheet that comes from, I've joined the Resilient Retail Club, and one of their courses is all about pricing, and so I'm just about to work, actually this week it's on my to-do list to work through that spreadsheet and make sure that everything to do with your products is in there, so including your time, including your packaging, including obviously the product itself, and any other little bits and bobs, bits of string that you use, business cards, whatever you're putting into that product gets listed, and then you work out your percentage from there. But I'm no expert, I'm doing a course on it right now, so that's my answer to that. And the other question I'll answer is from Bex at Bex Illustrates. What is your favourite aspect of being an illustrator slash calligrapher? It's really funny because I've been doing Leafing Studio now for it'll be 4 years in September 2021, so just over 3 years as we stand now, and I don't really ever see myself as an illustrator or a calligrapher or an artist, or I think that's still something I'm working on, because I did a fine art degree, so I've got a degree in fine art, but I haven't got a degree in illustration. But I guess what I do is quite illustrative. It's definitely not fine art, it's illustrative art, and the hand lettering and things I am self-taught at, so I kind of have that block of calling myself a calligrapher or calling myself an illustrator. But the favourite aspect of what I do, regardless of what you label it as, is definitely the flexibility of that creativity. So obviously I've got myself in, like, within Leafing Studio, my brand is very much about nature loving. My ideal customer is someone who's very into like nature, who really enjoys being outside, and so what I create will generally be around those kind of subject matters. But I think having that creative freedom to just, if I fancy releasing something as a trial, like recently I did my coasters, they didn't quite go to plan, but they were a new idea and I wanted to try them, I can do that. And as a creative, I think it's just great to be able to just come up with something, come up with a concept and just try it and see how your audience reacts to it. And obviously I don't have any briefs doing what I do because I do it all for myself. When I have done work, I think I mentioned a couple of vlogs back that I worked with Food Bank and a local gallery called Penley House Gallery, and I worked on a little leaflet for Food Banks with them, a little art kit they were putting out, and obviously then I had a brief and it was a bit more restrictive. That's definitely harder because there is a brief and you're working to other people's expectations of you. But from my own point of view, my favourite part is just really having the free rein to do whatever I want, and if I make a mistake then that's completely down to me, and if something doesn't sell that's completely down to me. I think it's important to do your market research where possible. I think it's important to know your audience and know your ideal customer and that sort of stuff. But overall, my favourite part of it is all of it. I love being able to create my own life and create the day that I want to create, you know, and that is what this enables me to do. And also I'm a massive stationery fan. I love stationery, always have my whole life, so the fact that I'm now actually creating stationery for other people and actually being able to use my own stationery, but I really enjoy it and I'm proud of it, and one day maybe I'll come to terms with the fact that I am probably an illustrator. Maybe I am, maybe I should call myself an artist. I don't know what to call myself. That started off some deep old thoughts in my head there, Bex. But yeah, so that's it. Any more questions, please put them in the comments down below. I'll definitely answer them. As I always say, I'm not an expert in this, but I can give you my experience, and the more time I do this, the more experience I get, the more failures I have, the more I grow. So happy to answer any questions, guys, for sure. It is Wednesday today, the day after the launch, and the launch went really good. I think I got about 15 orders. Thank you so much if you ordered. Some of you ordered before my Instagram live, a couple of you after. Full honesty here, guys, I find Instagram live so bloody difficult. I'm such an awkward human. I am really awkward, I feel. And yeah, I can do this. I can do the vlogging thing. I'm definitely still awkward doing this too. But something about an Instagram live, it's difficult. Is there a tractor about to come down this road? Country life, isn't it? I have just come down a different path today off of the main road. As you can see, it is extremely foggy, and I love this weather. I am totally at home in this weather. I love a clear sky. I love being able to see right over to Mount Zion and St Michael's Mount and for miles. But equally, this to me, as the completely, utterly hopeless, helpless romantic that I am, it's so poetic. I love it so much. Look at it. It feels like a big cuddle, doesn't it? Because the noise, I can hear a very, very, very distant road, but overall, I can't hear much other than some birds, and it feels like you're in your own little cocoon. Cocoon? Cocoon. Cocoon. A cocoon. I'm totally going to leave that in because that's me. If you want to know real Lucy, that is real Lucy. Not being able to find the word for things, saying completely the wrong words all the time. But to be fair, that seems like a common theme in our house at the moment. Joe called the heating the oven, or the oven the heating, I can't remember which. I think we're just gradually losing our marbles in this lockdown. So yeah, I just turned around. I'm heading back to the main part of the road now, which is still super quiet, but I figured I ought to go home and pack some orders. So yeah, thank you so much if you bought a Valentine's card. I don't know how many are going to be left by the time this vlog goes up. My arm is killing me. I trained arms yesterday. Wait, let me just swap you over. I don't normally have this problem, but my shoulders are rather tired. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know how many Valentine's boxes, friendship boxes and Valentine's cards are going to be left after when this vlog goes up, but right now as it stands there's about half friendship boxes left, so about 15 left, and some Valentine's cards left, and then all of my other Valentine's themed stuff. If you didn't catch my live, it is on my Instagram, my IGTV. It'll probably be the latest thing that's on there if you go, and then you can see everything, or just go to my latest vlog and the vlog before this, and I'll show you everything there as well. And then I've got new things coming out. Yesterday obviously we saw my wrapping paper arrived. I've just spoken to my mum. Apparently she wants to buy some to use as some kind of canvas. Oh, I don't know, she's going to stick it on a canvas, use it as a picture or something. I just said to her, will that work? She's like, of course it will work. People do it all the time. We'll see. Don't come around to me, mum, if you end up with bubbly wallpaper stuck to a canvas. Not even wallpaper, is it? Wrapping paper, bloody hell. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go. I'm waffling, I'm talking nonsense. So I am going to carry on my walk, and I don't have a lot of scenery to show you because it's basically fog. Let's carry on. Happy Saturday, guys. I am about to embark on quite the project. I thought I'd just vlog a bit of it. Right now there's not much to see. Basically we have a spare room in our house which has got the guest bed in. It's totally stripped back right now because of what I'm about to do. And the room I use next door, which I'll pop a clip in of in a minute. I know you guys see it in all my vlogs and stuff, but I'm outgrowing it at a rapid pace with the amount of stock that I'm getting, and I'm feeling re-hemmed in, and when I pack orders I feel like I haven't got space and I'm losing everything. Like if I put my scissors down, I don't know where they are, and I don't want to damage my stock. So I'm going to split my office between two rooms. So what I've done, this bed here, this is the room I'm moving into, was sort of coming out from this wall here. So I've moved it over to this side, and what it's done is created quite a lot of space. This is moving, all of this stuff is going to move. It looks a shit show because I was in here last night. I moved that bed last night about 9 o'clock, I was hoofing it about. So I'm gonna try, basically I need to get another couple of pieces of furniture. Until I've moved in and I decide where I want things, I'm not gonna order anything. I need another desk for packing orders, so I'm exclusively for that. We want to keep this bed in case we have any visitors, but because of COVID and all of that jazz, we're not having visitors right now. And I waited like basically a year, because when the pandemic kicked off, I thought to myself, I wonder if I should just move my office into this room and be done with it. And I didn't, and I feel a bit stupid because I've wasted a year of the what ifs and blah blah blahs, and I think, okay, visitors we have will stay for a couple of nights. This is my business that I work in every day. I need to create a space that I can live and breathe in without feeling like overwhelmed. So I'm going to do that. It's going to take a couple of days. I'm starting it today. My big shelves next door that have my stock in, I think I might leave those in there, although I like the thought of having everything in one room. I feel like either I'll move all of my packaging and odds and ends in there and bring those shelves in. They could go here. Yeah, I'll make some kind of decision, but I basically need to empty this room out. That's what we're doing today. Right guys, it's the next day now, and as you can see from the clip I'm about to put over my voice, I have now basically 80% sorted out the new space. What I'm going to do today is sort out the little room I was in, because I'm going to have 2 sets of shelves. You'll remember I have that big bookcase in there that I use with my products. I'm buying another bookcase to go next to that, and that's going to stay in that room, and then everything will be in there stock-wise. And then in here I'm going to get us another skinny bookcase here, the same one that I'm getting for next door, to just put some other bits and pieces, a few more plants and a few kind of like homely bits and bobs. But this feels so much better. I also dug out these curtains, well, they're not curtains, they're like voiles that I had in the last office space I was in our previous house. And I adore these in all weather, because if I shut them, it just casts this beautiful sort of like serene white light around the room, and it's just lovely. And I love it in the summer, having the windows open, having those shut, so kind of flies can't come in and stuff, but it's, when the breeze comes, they just like billow. Oh, it's lovely. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this went. I've even managed to do something with this ivy plant that was flopping all over the shop. I've resuscitated my Venus flytrap, which was basically dead yesterday. That's looking healthier. Everything's happier in here. I have all of my packing boxes and things under there. I'll do a proper kind of like studio tour when I've got my other bookcase and everything's completely finished. But so far, I'm happy that I've got this now as a packing space. I've got some tissue paper here, whereas before, this unit, you may remember in my other office, was up the other way and it wasn't useful as a surface. So now I've got my tissue paper here, I can pack here, and then my desk is just free for whatever. And also, hopefully, you can only but hope, Gizmo won't be sleeping on my desk anymore, because I'm now in the spare room with the bed. So hopefully she does like to sleep, one of her favourite places is under this bed, on a suitcase that's under there. So hopefully she'll be under there or on here, and she won't feel the need to lay on my desk and cover it in hair anymore. But we'll see. I mean, she might. So right now I'm just going to sort out my stock. I want to move the bookcase that is in that room next door over to the other side. I'll show you. Yeah, so this is the office as it was. This whole section is still the same. So basically this, I'm going to go and sort through all this now, but this is basically a bit of a nightmare. So I'm getting another bookcase that is, I can't get the same one, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a white bookcase about the same height. And this is now going to move. This chest of drawers, which is still messy because I've got stuff from the office that needs to go away in here, but that was in the room next door. It's got like, it's where I dry my hair. It's got all my training kit in there. So I'm just drying my hair in here now. All of this stuff has just been dumped in here. Gizmo's little tray. She doesn't really use it. It's just for emergencies. So I'm going to move the bookcase that I just showed you here, and then have, or like in the corner there maybe, and then have the second one there. That'll tidy up everything. And then the new storage, I've got to sort through all of this stuff. There's a lot of stuff here that I don't need anymore. And then the new storage units that I have both in here and next door will mean that my life is made easier. Fingers crossed, you can but hope. But yeah, I've got all of this stuff to sort out, all of this stuff on here. I want to have the unit next door so I can have my plants on top. Yeah, I'm going to sort through this now. Wish me luck. Happy Monday, guys. I'm just in the edit right now and boiling hot as always. And I just thought I hadn't shut the vlog down. So I'm going to leave it here for this one, because this week I should be getting some new products arriving. I've got a lot on my to-do list, so I thought I'd start a fresh vlog, start a fresh week. But don't forget, you can still get hold of, sorry there's cello on this one so it's a bit reflective, but you can still get hold of my I Loaf You cards and my Happy Valentine's Day. They are on leaflanestudio.com. They're also on Etsy. I think if you put in Leaf Lane Studio shop or Leaf Lane Studio into the Etsy search, you'll find me, but otherwise try and buy from my store if you can, because that helps me out a lot. But yeah, so these are available, and I have a ton of other cards that are suitable for Valentine's, anniversaries, birthdays, thank yous, and everything in between, and sort of just because occasions as well. So definitely go and have a look at that if you're looking to send something. My friendship boxes are still available as well. I mentioned those earlier on. I've been sending out a lot and loving writing your messages to each other. They're so cute, guys. The messages that you're including in your boxes are so adorable, and some are really hilarious. So yeah, if you're up for that, there is Send a Card to a Friend Day is on the 7th, I'm just looking on my planner, is on the 7th, Valentine's on the 14th, Random Acts of Kindness on the 17th, National Love Your Pet Day, send a card to your cat, I'm sure it would be well appreciated. But for now, I am going to finish this edit and then start the next vlog and get cracking on my humongous to-do list. I'll see you in the next one, guys.